All right, I thought today was a good work day. Obviously Wednesday work week practice. It's great here for the first one. We've got to roll through this a couple times, and I think guys had an understanding of what to expect. Obviously, try to continue to with that, and being the second day coming through on game week, we really tried to push variations. We tried to push different looks. Going into the first game, you prepare for all things, and it's probably the biggest menu that you're going to have throughout the course of the season of things that you might see just from a year of film study, and you're trying to figure what personnel is going to be what in all phases. How's the planned attack of what you might see, and so being able to work through a lot of those different looks. I mean, I thought guys handled it well today. Still some things we're going to have to clean up here these next few days before kickoff, but I think we've had a really really good game prep, over these last, this last week and a half, and still seeing guys, elevating their game. Like I said, I've been pleased with the receiver position. I think those guys are ready to go. I think that when you look at the competitiveness of our defensive backfield, those guys up front, it's just it's all the little details, and that's the thing that I'm excited to witness, that in the moment of truth. Will the discipline, will the details, and just the relentless effort, is that going to show up on an every play basis? I think these guys have worked for that. I think they're prepared for that, and now we just got to go execute that. Here with the opportunity that's ahead.
For the wide receivers, did something click the last few weeks for them to just ascend away?
I think a lot of it is timing, rhythm. Obviously guys building confidence in the things they're being asked to do. You see some of our older receivers I think have really elevated. I think Daryl Williamson's had a great. Last couple of weeks he dealt with a minor injury there early and was out for a few days, and kind of getting back into that. But Kentron showed up, had some really good moments these last few days, and then Ja'Kai, Jaylen Brown. I'm really excited about what I've been seeing from him, and he's putting himself in a position I think really got a chance to be an impact player. Had a really couple nice plays out there today too, and then Malik, he's been so consistent for us, and when you have that group, Deuce Span's another guy that we're expecting to be able to contribute, and when you have that showing up and those guys competing at a very high level, they're going against a good defensive back group, and I think that competition has also made them better.
With Jaylen, we know he's fast. The physical aspect of the game, is that kind of coming on?
He's obviously he's trains hard. Coach Storm's done a great job with him. I think he's confident in the physicality that's necessary, and I'm excited to see him go out there and cut it loose.
From a travel perspective, I guess what's the next couple of days look like, and how are you guys adjusting to the time zone difference?
Yeah, so we'll fly out tonight. I think around 9 o'clock, I believe it is. But we've got meetings before. Make sure we go. We've been over all logistical elements of it, but one more time go over with guys just the best way to transition this. And also we'll try to get as much rest as we can on the plane tonight. Tomorrow. We'll have a pretty full day, and go through our normal Thursday game prep, and we've got a great plan for what is necessary to allow us to be our best come Saturday.
You're facing a pretty dynamic quarterback that you know really well, obviously, but you've got some talented guys on the scout team to replicate what Georgia Tech's going to show you. How do you feel like they've done as far as preparing your first team?
Yeah, I've been really pleased. I think just the overall depth of our program. When you look at the scout team, you say what's the biggest difference in our program over the last year? It's that. We've got guys that will be elite players, in my opinion, here that are on scout team, that are giving a great look, and it's definitely, it helps with the speed, it helps with the look, and being able to try to present some of the challenges that a team can present. But I really like what I'm seeing from our guys they're working in the scouts, and just the way they're challenging themselves to go get better.
With so many new guys on the team, what are some things you've done this offseason to solidify the team culture?
Well, it's a daily focus, and it really is. Who you get to do it with is one of the most important aspects of our program, and being able to have respect for that. You'll be able to be willing to invest the time. We've done multiple events. We've done multiple things throughout really this entire year to build that camaraderie, to help understand expectation, to be able to just build relationships. And whether it's from our book groups, obviously reading a book as a team together, something we always do in fall camp, and seeing those guys all different positions, all different years, coming back together and being able to work through that is something that I think really helps. And we've had a bunch of different events that we've tried to help present opportunities for these guys to get to know each other. And that trip to Jacksonville was big in that regards too. But I think this team really likes each other, and I think they are excited to play with and for each other. And that's what we're building towards coming up on Saturday.
With how last year went, how excited do you think Daryl Jackson is to get out there on Saturday?
No, I know he's very excited, and Daryl has put in a lot of work. And I talked to I used him as an example as in front of the team there a couple weeks ago. Just sometimes life will throw curveballs at you, and he was fully expecting, and we were fully expecting, just with his situation that he would play last year. But when that did not become the reality, his approach to having to sit out and still working on getting better and being ready for the opportunity. And you got the last game of the year this season ago, but I mean there's still so many different dynamics of that when you just kind of get thrown in there for one game. But he's had this entire offseason, the communication, obviously who he's playing side by side with, and what that needs to be. And I think he's really done a great job. He's playing fast and trusting the techniques, the fundamentals that he's being asked to do.
With Azeez, I know you guys have complimented him throughout the offseason. Now, kind of seeing it in totality, like what's he setting himself up for this year?
I think him and Fentrell, I think those guys are a couple of elite level corners, and I think Azeez is grown in his confidence in so many different ways. He's approached the work and improvement. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, and he's just he's taking all of the experiences that he's had, because he's played a lot of snaps here, and you could see that confidence in every rep. And and I think the same thing with Fentrell, going into his second year here, just the comfort in the calls, the comfort in the things that the quick adjustments. And I think our defensive backfield's done a nice job there. And it's starting off this first game. I mean, it's one of the great challenges that we'll face this year. I mean, they got speedy receivers, guys that know how to get open. They do a good job in creating space for them. And so our guys got to rise to the challenge, and but I'm very confident in the guys we have.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Father. All right, y'all be safe.